Stegosaurus is called the armored lizard because of the double row of plates that ran along its back. It was a plant-eating dinosaur. Although its body was larger than that of our present-day elephant, its brain was no larger than a walnut. Stegosaurus's weapon was the 4 spikes on the end of its prehensile tail. Otherwise, it was at the complete mercy of its meat-eating protagonist. This was the king tyrant lizard, most terrible of the dinosaurs. It stood better than 18 feet above the earth. Its length was 40 to 50 feet from the tip of its tail to its snout. Its weight was in the neighborhood of 6 to 8 tons. Tyrannosaurus was the greatest of the flesh-eating dinosaurs. Its powerful jaws housed long, sharp teeth, 3 to 6 inches long. The appearance of Tyrannosaurus was a signal for instant flight or sure death. Struthiomimus was of medium size. The complete absence of teeth seems to prove it existed on grasses and small insects. The ostrich dinosaur had well-developed forelimbs capable of grasping objects. Its structure was almost bird-like, and it was extremely fleet of foot. It had to be, for that was the only means of defense against its larger, sharp-toothed cousins. The long, agile neck also enabled it to keep a wary eye out for any danger. Pachycephalosaurus, which means thick-headed reptile, is aptly named. All the space over its brain is solid, dense bone. Not all dinosaurs were large predatory beasts like Allosaurus or Tyrannosaurus. Bonehead grew to a height of 6 feet and was essentially a plant-eater. Why such a peanut brain needed the 10-inch vault-like protection it possessed is one of the unexplained mysteries of the past. The knobs on its snout were probably used to forage for food in the soft, wet earth. Eryops roamed over the land we now call Texas more than 500 million years ago. It was the largest amphibian that ever lived. It was a tremendous creature the size of a present-day ox, and because of its bulk, did not move around to any great extent. It probably lived on water plants and shellfish that it found near the water's edge. Dimetrodon was a meat-eating dinosaur that lived 275 million years ago. No one has ever been able to explain the reason or use of its sail-like back. The sail stood 3 feet tall and was actually part of the creature's spine. It was one of the faster-moving denizens of its world, and its powerful jaws quickly dispatched any beasts that came within range. There is a marked difference between the skull of prehistoric man and that of man today. Our knowledge of man's beginning on Earth is extremely limited, but anthropologists have found skeletons of man they claim date back as far as 1 million BC. Man's primordial existence was unquestionably a hard one, but his power of rational thought rather than physical strength is the reason he outlives the mighty dinosaur. His future is bright as the stars, if his sense of right and justice prevail over the dark abyss of evil and injustice.